Deuteronomy chapter 18. The Levitical priests, the whole tribe of Levi, shall have no share or inheritance as the rest of the children of Israel have, but the offerings by fire in honor of the Lord and the portions due to him will be their sustenance. The Levite shall have no share in the inheritance received by the rest of Israel, because the Lord is his inheritance as he has promised. This is what will come to the priest by right from what is offered by the people as a sacrifice, whether ox or sheep. To the priest shall be given the shoulder, the jaws, and the stomach. You shall also give him the first fruits of your grain, your wine, and your oil, as well as the first wool from the shearing of your sheep, for the Lord chose him from among all the tribes to officiate as priest and bless in the Lord's name, he and his children forever. If a Levite comes from one of the towns anywhere in Israel where he resides, and he wishes to enter into the place chosen by the Lord, he shall serve there in the name of the Lord his God, like any of his Levite brothers who officiate there with him in the presence of the Lord. He shall have an equal share for his sustenance, regardless of what he has obtained from the sale of his family goods. When you have entered into the land which the Lord your God is giving you, you shall not imitate the detestable practices of those nations. You shall not have in your midst anyone who makes his son or daughter pass through the fire, or one who practices divination, a soothsayer, or a sorcerer, or one who practices enchantments, or who consults the ghosts, or a wizard, or one who asks questions to the dead. For the Lord detests those who indulge in these things, and it is precisely because of these detestable practices that the Lord your God is dispossessing them before you. You must be blameless in the presence of the Lord your God. These nations that you are to dispossess listened to soothsayers and diviners, but the Lord your God has provided you with something different. The Lord your God will raise up for you a prophet like myself from your midst, from among your own people. To him you shall listen. Remember all that you asked of the Lord your God at Horeb on the day of the assembly, when you said, I am afraid to die, and I do not want to hear the voice of the Lord my God again, or have sight again of that raging fire. So the Lord said to me, They have spoken well. I shall raise up a prophet from their midst, one of their brothers, who will be like you. I will put my words into his mouth, and he will enjoin on them all that I command. If someone does not listen to my words when the prophet speaks on my behalf, I myself will call him to account for it. But any prophet who speaks presumptuously in my name by saying anything that I did not command, or speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet shall die. You will perhaps ask, How am I to know that a word does not come from the Lord? If a prophet speaks in the name of the Lord, but what he says does not happen or come true, you shall know that the word has not come from the Lord. The prophet has spoken presumptuously, and you have nothing to fear from him.